Hey guys, how's it going? We got BlinkDOTA again, and we got Enclave Gaming going up against Groovy Poonstars. This is part of the Limbo tier. I'm Sambrella, joined by Smoney from the Scrub tier. How you doing, man?
I'm alright.
You have to remind me which team? Which team are you from again?
Yanj and Sasha
Yeah,
2.0.
just yes. So your first game didn't go quite as you expected, or hoped maybe.
Nah.
Tell me, where did you get the name Smoney from?
I think it came from Animal Crossings actually.
Nice. All right. Well, introductions out of the way. Should we get into this draft? And Groovy Poonstars or Poonarmy. Man, that's a good name. Ban out the Lone Druid and the OD, whereas Team Enclave ban out the Earth Spirit and the Invoker, leaving Poonarmy to first pick the Spectre. I mean, that's a pretty annoying hero, right?
Yeah, it definitely really hurts supports if he gets Radiance and stuff like that. But getting it a bit early might make him a bit vulnerable.
Yeah, we generally see the sort of like phase, drum, possibly even a Manta before the Radiance comes out. If the Radiance ever does come out, sometimes it doesn't. Whereas Team Enclave Gaming, they're gonna go with the Faces Void and the Lion. Two strong heroes. I think Faces Void is great. Lion as well. Deal with the Spectre quite well actually. Just with the you can get rid of two illusions straight away with the Hex and the Mana Drain. I wonder if Poonami, they've got with the Spectre first pick, they've got the option of going like either a Zeus or a Nature's Prophet for like a sort of global strat, which is pretty damn strong.
Yeah, that'd be really dirty. I kind of like Zeus with all the burst damage against the Faceless Void as well.
I'd agree. But they're going to go with the Vengeful Spirit. Bit of bonus damage. Swap's very helpful if someone gets gone on by the Faceless Void. So, ignoring the global strat and going straight for the Witch Doctor ban. That's not really too surprising. Maybe expect something, another hero that combos very well with Faceless Void to be banned out. Maybe the Gyrocopter. Whereas I would really like Team Enclave Gaming to ban out the Zeus here.
Yeah, definitely.
And possibly even the Nature's Prophet, but we'll see.
I think if you ban out one, that's kind of good enough because you can quite deal with it.
Yeah. I'm actually quite looking forward to this matchup. I think Team Enclave felt that they could be, that they should be an elite in the tier above, which maybe they should be. Sometimes it's hard to organize these things. I'll blame that one on Suraj.
Yeah, because this just goes on MMR, and MMR is just a number.
Yeah, and like they're on the top, like just above, like about 4.5k. So
yeah,
a bit awkward, but and I think Poonami, they could give them a run for their money though.
Yeah, we had this last year as well, didn't we? Do you know if it's the same lineups?
I recognize a couple of the names: XEZ, Dildo Baggins. I know Cloud Reed is standing in for Team Enclave. And on Poonami, they're all exactly the same. Poonage, Azrael, Grim, Gru, Silent Kapu, they all sound very, very familiar to me. But actually really taking a long time over this ban. Really deciding what they want to get rid of.
I mean, they've got quite a few options for what to go for. They've still got that mid roll and the other support and the safe lane. They go for a Slug ban.
Interesting. Guess they just don't like that hero. I'm not really sure it's a fourth ban, but sometimes it is better just to ban what you don't like playing against. What you're not comfortable on. It seems interesting because Slug doesn't really work that well with the Faceless Void. It does okay, but being a melee hero, you have to make sure those chronos land rather well.
But recently we haven't really seen the team built around the Faceless Void. It's kind of been just a controlling hero.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised they ban out Enchantress, a hero that is really good with Faceless Void. But she is a really annoying offlaner, that's for sure. And okay, Team Enclave, they pick up the Zeus for themselves. I think he works pretty well with the Faceless Void as well. Just with his Faceless Void, can go in knowing he's got, like, even if Zeus isn't anywhere near him, knowing he's got an extra bit of magic damage to bring down that hero.
Yeah, and there's the global gank opportunities.
Yep. So Poonami, they could go for that Nature's Prophet if they wanted to. I don't know, I'm not sure it's the best Nature's Prophet game. They've got Wave Clear, or Treant Clear with Zeus. Lion, if he gets a blink, he can instantly jump on top of the Prophet. He's probably going to be doing some split pushing, so maybe just pick up the Spectre because it's a damn good hero.
Disruptor.
Yeah, and I'm not sure where the Disruptor fits in. I guess it's a counter to the Faceless Void.
And it stops them picking it up as well. Disruptor's pretty good with the Faceless Void. And the AA now. Man, haven't seen this hero for ages. But does combo very well with the Faceless Void, and looks like they're going to go for their own sort of global lineup with the Zeus and the AA. I like this, you know? Going a bit old school here with the AA.
Yeah.
And there's not really anyone on Poonami that has, like, huge amounts of healing. Like, Spectre might get an Urn. I guess Disruptor might try for a mech, but Nyx! Yes! Love this hero. I think it could do very well.
Yeah, a lot of the team is quite squishy.
And int-based.
Yeah.
I like it.
10 seconds.
I wish people picked it more, because I think it's really strong, this meta.
5.
The counters here is like Invoker, Zeus, Sodi, really, really well. Batrider.
Yeah, and with the Aghanim's, he's quite a versatile hero now. He's not just like a pick-off hero, he can defend bases as well.
Yep. Apparently you're echoing, but you're not echoing for me. This might be in-game.
Dire team ban.
I got the audio inputs all wrong. I think so. Nope.
10 seconds to go.
But what do you think of the last set of bans? Oh well, they've already been done, but I understand the gyrocopter completely.
Yeah, and I kind of like co-op against Faceless Void, because you normally build an Orchid. And that's really useful against a Time Walk.
Hmm. Team Enclave looking for their carry now. We're gonna just go with the standard Sven, you know, like when in doubt, just pick the Sven.
Yeah, it's a lot of physical damage where they were lacking it. They had a lot of magical. And Sven just cleaves everyone to hell.
Templar Assassin.
The last pick now, TA. Poonami, here we go. Who are you favouring from the draft?
If Poonami start winning early, then I think they'll win it. However, I think Enclave don't really need to snowball because they can get the stacks up for the Sven.
Apparently you're echoing Incline. If you could maybe just like increase the threshold. You know, the little slidey bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, loves a good slidey bar.
So like just so like if you talk, so that the green bit just goes past the bit where you've put the bar, the slidey bit.
Yeah.
That'd be great. So you don't pick up any background noise or whatever. But here we are. So Team Enclave on the Radiant side. I'll go through who's playing what. We've got Cloud Reed playing the Ancient Apparition. He's the stand-in today. We've got Dan playing the Sven. Dildo Baggins playing Zeus. Dover on the line, and finally XCZ on the Faces Void. Would you like to go through the dice side for us?
We have Silent Capu going to the mid lane on TA. We have Poonage on the Disruptor. And in the offlane, Gru on Nyx Assassin. Azrael is going to be playing Vengeful Spirit, and safe lane carry will be Grim on Spectre.
Nice, yeah. I think I do really favour. I really like Enclave Gaming's lineup. I like the return of the AA. They've got plenty of synergy with the Faces Void, and they also have the Sven, which is pretty damn strong. However, if Spectre gets a nice early start, it could get a little tricky for Enclave. And if Nyx can get some successful ganks, I'd be curious. Oh, they're going to throw out the stun with Nyx Assassin in the bottom lane. He quickly levels up Spike Carapace. No one goes for that. They've now got the extra damage coming in from the Chilling Touch. No way Nyx survives this, and Dover going to get that kill on the Lion. Oh, that was dangerous. He really wanted to try and go for that ward with the Observer ward that was given to him, but he's not going to be able to find it. And now, Poonage, he already uses the Glimpse, sending Dildo Baggins back, but AA is just going to try and save the rune, and he is. That's going to be the mid laner from both sides, getting that 100 rune. So already a good start for Enclave Gaming, getting that kill on the Nyx Assassin.
Definitely, that was a dirty play, hiding in the trees here.
Yeah. Yeah, well played. Expecting, I mean, the offlaner very often. Normally you see them like TP down, just so they can guarantee get it down without being spotted off, but this time, didn't TP down and got caught out because of it. So Zeus versus TA in the mid lane. I guess TA one of the better heroes just because of refraction. Doesn't really have to worry about Zeus going for the right clicks. And stops a lot of the damage coming in from the Arc Lightning. Didn't even go for sticks, just decided to go for that fast bottle, which should be coming out on her way. Don't know why she's not bringing it out. She's got it in the stash. There we go. It's coming out now. Zeus as well. Did he just bottle? Yeah, he bottle crowed. Straight away, bottle crowing up. Nyx Assassin gets an Observer ward down, but there any sentries on the Radiant side?
There's sentries on AA.
There is. They probably should have spotted that, and there's some pings coming out now. Yeah. Nyx Assassin, I guess, pretty good in the off lane, just because he's currently sitting on, with the Mango, 4.1 HP regen passively. And he's so brilliant that way, and with the Stout Shield, he can trade quite effectively with the Lion as well.
I mean, it's just disgusting. It's Ogre Magi levels of regen.
Not quite the same level of armor, though. Imagine if he had that much armor. That'd be pretty broken. They looked to maybe go on him. They went for a pull here. They're going to throw out the stun. And now the extra damage comes in with the Hex as well. Chilling Touch. One more right click, and Brew didn't quite activate that Spike Carapace in time. Ends up falling for the second time now in this off lane. I mean, on the plus side, Nyx's Faces Void is like getting nothing just because he's being zoned out by the Disruptor and the Vengeful Spirit pretty well.
But the trade of being zoned out versus dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so great, seeing as Nyx actually wasn't even getting that much experience anyway. Well, mid lane's pretty even. However, yeah, so safe lane is going pretty much the same. Sven now on 15 CS with 10 hold denies. This is the 13 and 7 on the Spectre. So, even enough. Faces Void is going to just hide in the tree line and hope for some experience.
Oh. No, Azrael's not going to throw out the stun there.
It's a tricky pick-off. You have to have, and you have to time it well. The Disruptor has to be there with the Glimpse. Otherwise, there's no way you're catching the Faces Void. Like, if you stun and then he jumps away, especially now he's only got level 1 Time Walk, and then you bring him back with the Glimpse, I think you could kill him. Or have the potential to. I think you have to have probably a Kinetic Field as well. Was that a D-Ward?
Yeah, there's a D-Ward there. So, neither team's actually going to have the off-lane wards.
Oop. I was pressing Alt then. You know, you can see the new spawn boxes. two supports from both sides being fairly static at the moment. Just making sure their safe laners get some decent farm. It's fair enough. I feel like both these supports have a really good roaming potential, and heroes like Zeus and TA without an escape mechanism are fairly squishy. Although if you're ganking a TA, make sure you have a dust or a sentry or something just because of the meld. Although not usual that we see a meld this early on anyway. Mid lane still going pretty evenly. Only a 3 CS different.
That could increase if the TA gets stacks.
Yeah, she get anything of the no ancient stacks as we quite often see normally. Oh no, let me check. I was looking in the wrong place. No, she still doesn't. And this courier is actually being spotted out by this observer ward. Disruptor's going to move up there now. If he gets just 2 more right clicks, he should be able to. Oh, okay, this is a tanky courier. He's going to need at least another 3 after this. He's not going to be able to find that courier kill anyway. And Zeus manages to get his arcane boots without the courier being killed. However, the pings go out straight on top of that observer ward. It's like, guys, how did he know? I'm sure he would claim magic, but really, it's an observer ward.
Yeah, and hopefully they can do all of that to that block the camp. My ult doesn't seem to be working.
It does indeed.
So hopefully they can do all of that soon.
Yeah, it's pretty handy for the Faceless Void. Has he gone for the... He's even gone for the Iron Talon, so he would really like to go down and take that. But he can't.
Oh, they're going on next bottom lane.
Oh, he's in some trouble. He's already thrown out the spike. Carapace. It's not going to keep him very safe. Gets 2-man stun. I'm fairly certain the Cold Feet's going to proc if he didn't die sooner anyway. And so that was Sven getting the kill there. That's always nice. So 3 kills for Enclave. 3 deaths on that Nyx Assassin as he desperately trying to find some levels. I guess he's up to level 4 now. The question is, I guess this is the main issue with Nyx, right? So he's really not a great jungler, even if you get the Iron Talon on him. He does okay, but doesn't do as well as someone like the Faceless Void or a Beastmaster or something like that. Which I guess is why he's not picked up quite so often, just because if he does get zoned out like he is now, he doesn't really have a backup plan. But towards the mid lane, Vengeful Spirit and Disruptor for Poonami. Smoked up. Thinking about
Dragons does have an arcane rune.
Pretty nice with the Thunder God's Wrath. And unfortunately, the lane is actually pushing in now for the Dire side, so they're going to go for the full wraparound as the smoke is going to dissipate. Fortunate.
Nyx still got picked up again.
Again? Oh dear.
Poor dude.
He is feeding the sphere. Well, actually, who got the kill there? That was Ancient Apparition. These supports are, you know, getting some decent levels in gold out of this. Meanwhile, they're going to go for the wraparound. They haunt in onto Dildo Baggins. The support comes in straight away. A good 2-man stun there. The Thunder God's Wrath comes out, and they get the kill on the Spectre. The Glimpse comes out now, sending away the Lion. So it's a 1-for-1 trade-off, but it's going to be the first kill going the way of Poonami, but they would have very much liked that to be a simple kill.
Yeah, I think getting the Spectre there makes it definitely worth it for the ring side. That arcane rune, getting the kill.
If you look at the fight recap, it actually favors Poonami just because they're behind at this stage of the game. I guess in terms of raw gold and experience, whether it really favors your game plan, I'm not sure. As Nyx Assassin once again, is he going to get picked off here? Gets a good 2-man stun. They have no more stuns either. And the Avenger was coming in as well, so they didn't have the Ancient Apparition, the extra damage coming from the Chilling Touch, but they were close. If only one of them didn't get stunned, they might have found that kill.
They've now got both supports down to this bottom lane.
After Spectre's first death, this means Faceless Void can... He's level 6, he could probably really look to get aggressive, but mid lane, looks like TA finds a casual kill there onto Zeus. Man, missing a couple of these kills. So do you think Sven will just go for the standard Helm of the Dominator, stack the Ancients, take those, and just try and get really fun that way?
He should do. He's pulling up a bit of gold. I'm not sure if he's going straight into Blink. but I would assume he's going into Elmondon here.
I think that'll probably be the best idea. Is in the mid lane. AA's got an invis. Okay, the A rune just times out. TA milds. And as Faceless Void can't jungle his own jungle area, he's gonna go jungle the enemy's jungle. I'd like to see maybe. I feel like Sven should easily be able to kill the Disruptor with a stun. Maybe Lion follows up with the Thunder God's Wrath. They should be able to net themselves with another kill, even if it's onto this Nyx Assassin. They have to lead with the Hex though. There's no man on the Sven for his stun. I think they might still be able to do it, to be honest. Especially now AA is coming in. Actually just going to pull the creep wave. Just always got to remember about the Thunder God's Wrath. Maybe Faceless Void gets aggressive against the Spectre. He's only got the 1 level in Dispersion. If he gets a couple of lucky bashes, he can then go for the Chronosphere with the Thunder God's Wrath. He might be able to find themselves another kill on the Spectre. Like, Faceless Void's happy to just try and get some CS. He's not up to 26. Not too bad. It's funny to see both safe laners farming very, very similarly. It's pretty much free farm. Although, of course, Sven is ahead in net worth just because he's got some extra kills. And the Spectre died. And it's good to see Sven did go for the Helm, by the way. He can now look to take a creep under his control and use that to stack up the Ancients. Don't want to give those away to the TA, though. Sorry?
I like the fact that the AA has gone for the mana boots. Normally with AA you can skip it, but with the Nyx Assassin getting rid of Wolfson's mana, you really need it.
It's always good to have someone on your team with it, as well as it looks like Zeus could be in some trouble, but it's all just a bait. Although he dies way too quickly with the Meld Strike. They're now going to go on the TA. The refraction charges are going to go down, but the Spectre haunting in, trying to catch out the Ancient Apparition, decides not to go any further as Faceless Void TP's in, and he's got a Chronosphere. But yeah, back to those Arcanes. I think it's great. It allows, means Lion doesn't have to go for Arcanes. So he can go for a fast Blink Dagger, and then Sven, a very mana-dependent carry. Sure, he'll make the most out of those Arcanes as well.
Lion has 1500 gold already.
Yeah, that's what 1 kill and 4 assists does, I guess. I wonder what TA will go for. Will it be the Blink? Will it be the Deso? Now with 2100 gold, I'm going to guess the Blink. Could have a little rumble in the jungle. A clash in amongst the trees as Lion just gets destroyed. He gets the Hex off in time though, but not enough to be able to save. And TA is going to use those stick charges to survive a lot of that Zeus damage. There's still the Chronosphere online. He's going to use it, lands it perfectly. Unfortunately, Sven can't get any of his damage out at the moment. He's going to turn and try and catch up the Disruptor. The Glimpse going to keep Disruptor safe for now, but not 2 of his allies. It's a Lion for a TA and Avenge. I don't think they're going to be able to find Poonage. Nyx Assassin's found his Vendetta, got his level 6 and Arcanes. So even after 4 deaths, not doing too badly, I guess. Could be worse.
Yeah, you can look for some pick off some squishy supports now. Maybe go for the Line to delay that Blink Dagger.
Yeah, I'd also love to see it maybe once TA has Blink Dagger, TA can sit behind the Invis Nyx Assassin while he's scouting out. Hopefully, between the 2 of them, he should easily be able to kill anyone on the map, to be honest. Apart from maybe Sven. And that's going to be your Spectre with Phase, Urn, and Drums. 12 minutes. That's not too shabby.
Do you think you go for the Radiance this game?
I think you hold on to some gold and see how it goes. I think it works pretty well just because if you're the ones initiated, you can stop like the likes of Lion blinking away. Inevitably, Faceless Void gets a blink as well after the Vlads. I think the Mischance as well is fantastic against the Sven and the Faceless Void. Forces them to go MKB. Well, potentially, it makes them think about going for an MKB, and there's an Ice Blast going in the top lane. Spectre could be in some trouble here. There's a Hex if they get there in time. Not going to be able to quite find it. But at least it's going to force the Spectre back. And there's TA's Blink Dagger coming out on the Courier.
Oh no, Gru's under a sentry ward.
God Strength being used, but he's still alive for now. Cold Feet turns around, but that's going to hurt him dearly. But Spectre comes in. We're trying to find the reverse kill, but oh, the finger! Currently on 5 HP with an auto attack coming in from Lion.
He's definitely dead.
Yeah. What is this pause for? Explain? I think probably... I think Spectre's dead, and I think AA should survive this unless there's a Thunderstrike being cast as we speak.
Thunderstrike was already cast, I think.
TA
it's
had
being
someone at
cast
the
at the
door.
moment.
TA mouse probs. Awkward. Two different issues.
Using
Either way. Okay, they're gonna get the
Oh,
first
he's
kill.
on Sven!
There wasn't range, and as he was casting it, I think that was pretty sad. It's 3 dead. They're gonna get the Cronus fitting now on TA. Ice Blast once again off cooldown. They can jump on 4. There's a stun also on Dan. They should be able to find the kill. The turn off to Faceless Void. That takes a lot of damage. If they can find this 5th kill, it will be everyone on Poonage dead, and it is. A 5-for-0 trade in the end. Actually, no, did they lose someone in the end? I don't think they did they?
No. They just kind of went in one after each other.
Yeah. That's pretty unfortunate. But 12-4. Team Enclave got 3 times as many kills as Poonage now.
So blink for the Sven, blink for the Lion.
A pretty scary initiation there, not to mention the Chronosphere. Zeus now with an Ether Lens. Assassin could think about going in here, invis here with the TA, with the Blink Dagger as well. Yeah. Meanwhile, bottom lane, tower. Just gonna go falling. Fortification comes out. This does mean Sven's gonna take a bit of harass, but there is a siege creep to tank it up as well. Gonna blink in, takes the last hit. No deny from you, Disruptor. And Sven now has 7k gold. Or 7k net worth, I should say. He's 2-0-7. He's looking to try and get a pick off here. Blinks on forward using the God Strength before destroying the Disruptor there. Didn't even need the Thunder God's Wrath, but at least they scout out the Nyx Assassin who is invis inside their own jungle.
Yeah, they're drawing around where he's possibly going to be.
That's why Zeus isn't really anywhere near this mid lane. In fact, okay, Crew's just like, whatever. I'm not going to find anyone now. And goes elsewhere. Faces Void. He's got his chrono up in 10 more seconds. Ancient Apparition ready with his Ice Blast. No Thunder God's Wrath, though, for another 55 seconds, as that was used to, I say, assist the kill in the bottom lane, but it was not needed. Yeah, look at this AA hiding out, being a little bit sneaky. Hoping to set something up with the Faceless Void, maybe. And Quim's got to be careful not to step too far up now.
He does have a decent chunk of HP with that drum. But I'm not sure they have the damage to take them down.
I'm not sure they do, especially without the Thunder God's Wrath, but that's off cooldown in 15. We might see a rotation. I'm watching, I'm waiting. I can see them just go for this, to be honest. They got to watch out for possible TP rotations in, I guess. Zeus out of mana. He's back inside base. They throw out the Thunder God's Wrath. Oh, they got a kill with the Lion. The Hawk's going to come through. Who are they going to go on? The Blink comes out from the Lion just in case, and there's going to be no jaunt there. Cronus Fit is still there if he wants to use it. He's going to use it. Ancient Apparition goes for a very short range Ice Blast. The finger coming through. They're also going to find Poonage. 3 dead on PA side. This is very well set up from Team Enclave. Get themselves 3 more kills. And they're now 4 times as many kills ahead of Poonage.
This is where it definitely gets hard for Poonage. They had to kind of snowball. Now that they're behind there, it's hard for them to get back in the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so, like, who could Nyx kill at this stage of the game on his own?
Dyer's top
Possibly the AA.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you can probably find the AA.
top tower.
But they definitely need. I think to find anyone else, you definitely need a Spectre Horn. I think they just need to like combo up a little bit better. Get the TA involved in some fights with the Nyx Assassin, sort of jumping on someone. If they can, I should probably guess that Sven. He's not showing bot. He's not showing mid. He's not showing top. He's probably in the jungle. They could smoke up and try and grab him. That would be great. But he's already completed the BK. Actually, no. He's Ogre Club away from the BKB. And suddenly Zeus and Nyx become, and Disruptor, they all become useless.
Yeah, Nyx is like a third support at this moment. Lower net worth than both the supports on the Radiant side.
That's painful as we look at the net worth graph, and we're looking at at least a 9k net worth lead for Enclave for 18 minutes into this game. Very similar story with the XPs. Ooh. Some laggage coming in. It's gonna have a disconnect and reconnect, but so in your opinion, what do you think Poonage need to do to get themselves back into this game?
I feel like they just need to kind of farm they need to farm the Spectre. Looks like he might be going for the Radiance. I'm not entirely sure though. And then, kind of as they're doing that, kind of push as 4 with the threat of a Horn.
They're definitely not going to win any 5v5s though. So they have to make sure to get a pick off before they do that.
Yeah, they need to have vision of where Enclave are, and then push where they're not.
Yep. Sounds like a good plan. They do, however, obviously, they got to make sure they have eyes everywhere because the mass blinks, the potential of Ice Blast, the Thunder God's Wrath, like I keep going on about. It's just an absolute pain to play against.
The Ancient Apparition has a Midas.
Oh, damn. That's a good timing. He's 3-0-9. And he went Arcanes as well. Is Sven buffed up on mana? He's going to try and take this trip stack now. Of Ancients. Oh, he's going to try and make a quad stack. And he can take that with his god strength.
Oh, and he does it as well.
Nice job. Get ready. Using that ultimate of his. He's just going to cleave through this. The Lion there, look at him, little cheeky, trying to get some experience.
Yeah, he's helping a bit.
Yeah, he's poking them, whereas Sven is cleaving them.
And what control do you really have for a BKB Sven?
There isn't.
Exactly. You can just
Yeah, so.
run all over you.
That's why you have to be the one initiating him and kill him before he gets that BKB off. They have enough lockdown to do so, I think. I don't know. Between the Nyx and the Venge, they probably should. It's just as long as the Nyx gets the initiation. I'm gonna see the Zeus go for the Yaws. Not like the most common item on Zeus anymore, but I guess pretty good for. I maybe would have preferred to see. Nah, I think Yaws is fine. What's he doing? There we go. There we go. Grabbing it.
I think his micro skills were lacking.
Ah, well. Who needs those? There we go. Nice. So, team. Everyone from Enclave has smoked up. Zeus has now got that Yule's blink both on Sven and the Lion. Faces forward, has finished the Vlad very close to his own blink dagger as well. So, the amount of initiation available to Team Enclave is rather large, and they're gonna maybe look towards this mid lane after they've scouted out the dire jungle and realize there's no one there.
Look, you see the arrow coming out. This is the way we're going.
Oh, they're gonna do a little switcheroo. Azrael's gonna spot this out. He's gonna be in a lot of trouble. Instant Hex comes out. The stun coming out as well. They're gonna need to throw anything else onto him. The stun comes out, misses the long range finger. No, not the target I'm sure they would have liked, but it's the target they got.
Yeah, and now without it, you can't really save anyone and no disconnect.
Oh dear, internet is really bad. $17 for 4. Poonami hasn't found a kill for quite a while now.
They have not managed to pick off the Sven, the Ancient Apparition, or the Faceless Void at all.
No, they haven't. Zeus the feeder.
Oh, I just look at his score. 0, 5, and 0.
Oh my goodness.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah, not being part of any kills. Oh. It's pretty painful. During this pause, I've actually written an article on last week's events. So that will be published later today on ukdota.net, so keep an eye out for that. I'm planning on doing like a weekly sort of like update article on the games. So like if people miss stuff, they can stay up to date. I think they're gonna get this mid tower for free, dude. There we go. Do you play much AA?
Not really. It's kind of not the flavor of the month anymore.
No. I was just wondering what your favorite skill build was. So I think a lot of people like to just go like 1-4-1. But sometimes it's better to max chilling touch, and sometimes it can be really effective to max cold feet. I think maxing cold feet is really good this game, just because of the sheer amount of stuns that Team Enclave have.
Yeah,
I'm glad
there's no there's no set perfect skill build. It's all dependent on the game.
Yeah. There's Dire, well aware that the Radiant inside the Roshan, but I don't think there's much they can do. Disruptor does have his level 6 now. Next Assassin's got Invis as well. TA looking to maybe blink forward with the Deso. It destroys the Lion. The Horde comes through, and Roshan really isn't in a very low situation. So Dan is going to turn on the BKB, try and find someone if he can. Though he walks inside the Chronosphere. That came out as a bit of a surprise. It seems the Thunder God's Wrath, but already 2 dead on Enclave. Can they find any more? Everyone is actually very low on Poonami's side at the moment. Dan gets the kill. He's dominating. There's also the Nyx going to go down. It's a 3-for-2 trade-off here, as the TA is going to blink on forward. Sven does have a stun now. He's going to use that, try and throw out the right clicks, but he's surrounded by the 2 cores of Poonami, and he's going to go down. It's just the turning point for Poonami as Grim gets a double kill. So 2 more earn charges, and he's now up to 4,300 gold.
Whew.
Radiance incoming. Can they take Roshan? Yep. Yes, they can with the Deso. The Meld Strike as well. He goes down so quickly. Enclave just butter it up for them. And there we go.
Easy Radiance.
Yeah, very nearly Radiance. Ages go in the way of TA there, who's now up to 3 gold herself. She could look to go. I think BKB is probably the right item here.
Yeah, definitely.
She's got enough damage, that's for sure. We saw her 2-shot the Lion.
TA is now the top net worth as well.
What the mother of all that is holy?
What? Where the hell did that come from?
Still a 5k net worth lead for Enclave, I guess, but net worth XP is pretty much back down to even. Jeez. I'm not even sure how they ended up winning that fight. Oh, they killed off the Lion, I guess, so it was an instant 4v5. I guess it was a good haunt. The Chronosphere didn't really achieve much, as unfortunately Sven walked into it.
And then at the end, they kind of picked everyone else out while the Void was just attacking.
Yeah, the Void, I think the Void is like down by the Roshan area here. Void and Sven, they were kind of dealing with the 2 supports on Poonami's side, but they're just the 2 supports. Meanwhile, the cores from Poonami could do more. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Guru, is he going to survive through all of this? Nah, not a chance. Lion blinking on forward, and gets the right click finish as well. Enclave has to be careful. They lose another team fight, and they are actually in a losing position. The Spectre's got the Radiance now. Out of nowhere.
And the Haunt back off. Cooldown.
Yes. Do they defend, though, is the question. Yeah, Disruptor's a little bit far away. Obviously, Spectre could just haunt in if need be. TA's not anywhere close. They're just going to have to let this tower fall, or are they? They don't have the fortification. The TP comes in from Groovy. He managed to get an instant by Carabas, and now they've destroyed the Lion. Now the AA as well. Nyx did pay with his life. Zeus is dead as well. A big Chronosphere from XEZ. The BKB on the Sven. He's trying to man-fight up against the TA, but TA with the refraction charges. Dan has no way of getting through it, and now he's getting soloed out. Grim very low, but still alive for now. He's still alive, and everyone. This TA is clearing house, and the jump away faces Void. Still alive for now. He's got to jump away in 2 more seconds, but the right clicks. TA now on a dominating streak, and everyone from Team Enclave is dead.
I think Azrael just possibly saved the game for them.
Yeah.
That's what.
What was that? Did that swap save the Spectre in the end?
Yeah, he kind of positioned himself in between them as well.
Hi. Someone's home. Lion, gonna maybe go with the finger here. They get the Ice Blast, it's the Venge and Grim. Now the net worth back down to 0. XP in favor of Poonami.
Swiftly to the temple's defense.
And suddenly Poonami, they are so back in this game. This Spectre is now with the Radiance. Now with 3,400 gold. He can just build into that Manta straight away nearly. Guess he's gonna go for that ultimate orb. First. Guessing this is what the courier is doing. No. No, he's going to go straight for the heart, tank the hill up, and just let the Radiance do the work for now. And here we were. What did Poonami do to try and get back into this game? Apparently the answer is just kill Team Enclave. And what I thought was a near impossible feat. They've done it. Twice now. Next has got finished off his blink.
Enclave haven't really progressed much after losing those fights as well. The items have kind of stagnated.
Yeah, Sven actually looks like he's going to go for an MKB with the Demon Edge. Could be a crit, but you normally go for the Crystallis first if that's what you're doing, so...
You may just be unsure.
That's true. But I would totally understand why he goes for an MKB. So we can guarantee he gets his damage out. But actually, I think that TA is so... Okay, the Haunt is going to come out. Who have they caught out? It's the Zeus. He heals himself up in the air, but...
Oh, one shot!
Deleted! Yes, that's a Crystallis for the TA after the the BKB. Holy crap. This game is taking a swing.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. Completely forgot what I was talking about now. Can you remember?
MKBs, I think.
Oh yeah, I remember now. It was TA is so good against Sven because Sven can't actually do any damage against the TA when she's got refraction up. And in a 1v1 situation, she's always going to have a refraction up. Like you saw her with his god strength trying to dish out all this damage, and TA was like, nah, it's going to bounce off of my shield.
They don't have any quick removal of that either.
I guess Cold Feet. I think that does like damage over time. Deals damage every 0.8 seconds, so it's a reasonable amount of tick damage. But yeah, you're right. Apart from that, yeah, there's nothing. Actually, nothing.
They're going for a smoke as well. Right. Looking for the Spectre, it looks like.
They really have to make this work out, though. Although they could be in a lot of trouble.
TA is farming the jungle as well. This could either go really poorly for Enclave or really great.
Oh, are they going to be able to find? That's a big chrono, but the blink away from TA. They do find the Spectre, but the Static Storm, BKB now comes out from the Sven, throws out so much damage, but they only get the Disruptor for now. They get the Nyx as well, as the Sven's BKB is about to wear off. He blinks on forward, Spectre hexed up, Ice Blast. It's not going to, it does actually hit the swap, not going to be enough. They get 4 kills on the side of Enclave. The only one surviving is the TA, who managed to blink very quickly, I must add, out of the Chronosphere, but Enclave get what they were looking for with that smoke.
Yeah, very fast fingers saving the TA there. There's not much the rest of the team could do.
No. It was a good Chronosphere, locking down. Oh, I mean, even though they didn't get the TA, they did find the Spectre inside it, and they got a lot of damage out. The finger really helping with that. I like the Zeus has gone for a Blink Dagger. It works pretty well with the Yules.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trapped, you can just Yules and then blink instantly.
Yep. I think this top T1 tower, top T2 tower even should be falling fairly quickly. Roshan potentially up in about 30 seconds. I didn't actually catch what the full respawn timer was.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
We'll find out fairly shortly.
What do you think of this AA going for a Glimmer Cape before, say, Agnems or something?
I don't know. I guess because they started losing, he felt like he needed to go for like a defensive item, but I think a Ghost Scepter would have probably just been better. Because TA, like, what TA is going to do, she should pretty much always just jump in the back lines and pick off those supports. We've seen her jump on the line, one-shot him. I think the same is going to be the AA, and the Glimmer Cape isn't going to give you enough time to be able to dodge the auto-attack. Or 2 auto-attacks, so I don't know. And then also, if you do go for Ghost Scepter, you can then build it into an Ethereal Blade, which works really well with the AA. As Faces Forward is disconnected, and it's going to restart the router. If it's anything like my router, it's going to take about 5 minutes. Yeah, that's life. Why did Lena buy Battle Fury? Nah, for more cleavage. Nice. Love those little chuckle jokes.
I think Lion's going for a Glimmer Cape as well.
Like, on one hand, if you do go for the Ghost Scepter, you've of course got to watch out for the magic damage, but there's no, like, apart from the Nyx Assassin, there's no, like, huge burst magic damage.
No, it's just the Radiance tick of 50 damage a second.
Static Storm. Yes, but you feel like you might be able to get out of that, so why did I throw my tub of Anchor out of the window? See my butterfly. Not even a Dota joke. Do you have any Dota jokes?
My MMR.
What is your MMR? Just out of
It's like
curiosity.
2.9k.
That's not too bad. That's like average. Okay, game has resumed. 26-14. So to recap the last, 10 minutes? Poonami managed to turn around with 2 great fights, but the last team fight, Enclave win by taking 4 kills to nothing off the back of a smoke. And Roshan up. It's a pretty fast respawn time as TA blinks in with the Deso and the Meld Strike. Roshan does not have much armor to talk about.
It just drops so fast.
Yeah, there's nothing that Enclave can do. They could throw out Thundergod's Wrath to maybe see if this is going on, but there's nothing that they could do to react to it. They don't have a Spectre of their own. Okay, there we go. TA helps out his poor Spectre who's getting bashed up with a little help there. That's going to be a full heart for the Spectre. What do you think of this?
I guess up against the Sven, the Manta doesn't really do too much. It kind of just gives him more targets to cleave. You can get rid of them quite quickly.
That's true. That's actually true. That's something I hadn't really considered.
It's just more tank, and I guess that's just what he wants right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Manta, because you really want to be jumping on the back lines as well as a Spectre. Yeah, then Lion can just get rid of them pretty quick. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point. I think Heart's okay. I don't think it's a bad item, to get me wrong. I was just thinking if there's anything better. I guess your options are Manta or Diffusal, but Diffusal is really only good if you get the Manta, and then, like you said, the Sven's got plenty of cleave, the Lion's got his Hex and his Mana Drain to instantly get rid of the illusions. So maybe Heart is the way to go, just like something like a Heart Scardy or Heart Butterfly, something like that.
Sven's decided not to go for MKB and gone for crit.
Okay. Well, I'll be interested to see how well this pays off. Like, obviously the crit, you just crit like an absolute madman. But then if you can't hit your target, but it's only like a, what was it, 17% chance? So yeah, 17%. It's not, it's 1 in 7 hits.
But we saw with the TA, if you get that, you can just one-shot people.
Yep. So we'll see. Faceless Void. Looking to go the Axe. Another 700 gold and then I'll have it. He might want to think about saving for buyback though. Interesting to see what he favors. So we haven't had any team fights for a few minutes, so I feel a one brewing. Yeah.
Smoked and are using the Spectre as bait.
Oh god, this poor little Spectre. I've only got a Heart and a Drum and a Radiance and the Ages. I think Enclave would be pretty dumb to go on this, but looks like they're just going to go for the wraparound long range swap. They're going to be able to find this, and they blow up the A. He does get his Ice Blast off in time to Sven. Locked down for now. He can't get his BKB off. He's dead straight away. He's down for 66 seconds. No buyback. Great wraparound there for Poonami.
Yeah, and without this Sven, they can't fight anymore.
Yeah, I think this could be another tower possibly. This T3 tower in the top lane. There's certainly the potential. They do have to watch out for the Faceless Void's Chrono. Plus the magic damage coming from both Zeus and Lion. Let's wait and have a look. Okay, Glimmer Cape was useful. He did also have the Yules if need be though. But yeah, that's going to be T3 going down. 30 seconds to Sven. Ice Blast on the A will be around when he gets up. But this tower, the melee barracks, goes down so quickly because of the Desolator. They got no fortification. They're going to stick around for the ranged barracks. Still, Ice Blast hasn't been fired out. It looks like they're just going to get out scot-free for now. They've still got their Aegis online. I don't think there's any reason they should stop. They've still got to go work through 2 more T2s though. So they might look to do that. As Disruptor picks up his Hood of Defiance, and we'll be getting that pipe fairly soon against the Zeus. It is actually probably more importantly against the AA. I think is a fantastic item.
Against the entire team, really.
Yeah.
Nyx Assassin's got 3,400 gold. I think he's just enjoying being rich.
Yeah, 0, 9, and 4. Still not found himself a kill. However, he has finally got some assists on the board. So what was a questionable start?
I mean, he's helping. He's doing his best.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was such a hard off lane to play against. Such a hard off lane. That defensive tri lane is just ridiculous, and it's like I want to stay in lane, get some experience because I can't really go to the jungle. But if I try and get experience, I risk very much put my head on the line. And yeah, looks like Poonami that's going to move down this mid lane. Roche, the Aegis is going to be reclaimed in just a moment though. So hopefully they've kept an eye on that, as yeah, literally Aegis will expire any second now. There we go. They're going to take this mid lane for free, though. Just waiting. Enclave need to get their combo out. I think if they want to secure themselves a victory in a team fight. Like before, you know, they were so far ahead, it kind of like didn't matter that they didn't like get multiple targets in the Chronosphere, didn't get like multiple stuns, that sort of thing. But now, considering the TA and the Spectre so much further ahead in net worth, in fact, the entire team is now nearly 12k net worth ahead of Enclave. They've got to land these Chronospheres. These Lion stuns need to hit 2-3 people. Ice Blast has to hit as many people as possible. They've smoked out, trying to catch someone out. It could be the TA, because they have to get the insta-hex. The stun comes out, the Thunder goes around. They're just going to blow her up. She is dead for 86 seconds. It's going to stop the attack from PA, or at least it should. The Haunt does come out. Who are they going to go on as Ancient Apparition? Use Glimmer Cape for now. The stun hits on 2 people. BKB still there for Sven if he wants to. Big Chronosphere only catches out the Spectre, though. But he's going to throw everything. The Ice Blast is static. Actually, that's a defensive Static Storm. The Spectre's pretty low at the moment. Ice Blast still on her. The debuff. She doesn't have Aegis anymore. The Heart isn't going to help her regen up. The Cold Feet, it procs the swap. But she still gets stunned up. But that's after the Ice Blast saves her. But still, XTZ jumps on forward. They get that big kill. And everyone from Poon Army is dead, but they're going to have to quickly run back into their own base and defend. I'm not sure how much of an advantage they can gather from getting 5 heroes. But man, this game is insane.
Yeah, it's certainly a game. And that was their last smoke for 10 minutes, so they had to make something work, and they did. Now they're certainly back.
I was extremely surprised Poonami decided to turn around on that, though. They really should have backed off. After you use your TA, your highest net worth hero, I don't think there's any way you re-engage, even with Chronosphere down. You live and learn. Well, you die and then respawn and then you learn.
Learn from your mistakes.
Lion has finally gone for the Ghost Scepter. Well, why not get Glimmer and Ghost? It's not a bad idea, to be honest.
Yeah. And AA is going for a 4-staff.
He can get the Ags later on. He's pretty farmed because of the Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah.
I always find it funny to see sort of like net worth splits like that, where the Dire, they've got 2 heroes top of the net worth by far, and then the next 3 heroes are really low, and then the Radiant then just sit in the middle of the net worth.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because can 2 really farmed heroes beat 5 heroes with the farm spread quite evenly? It's quite a good experiment.
Well, I think the answer to that is depends on the heroes, right? Because, you know, sometimes someone like a Disruptor, he's all about his skill set, all about the levels, and it doesn't really matter he's bottom of the net worth. As long as he gets a good Static Storm off, it can make a huge difference in a team fight.
You've clearly never seen my carry Disruptor, mate.
Clearly not. What'd you go? Like AC, Scardy? Or just like Axe Refresher?
Just build them like a Tinker. Just get Refresher instead of Rearm.
Okay. Well, like Dagon.
Yeah, man.
Dagon, Axe, Veil. Veil's probably a pretty good item actually on Disruptor.
Veil's a pretty good item on anyone nowadays, really.
True that. It's gonna be a Lotus Orb, the choice for Nyx Assassin. I like that actually. Like if you think about all the single target spells that are around, all of Lion's abilities, Zeus's abilities, Sven's stun, Ancient Apparition, Cold Feet. You could block a lot of damage. You put that on the Spectre or your TA, especially your Spectre. A Spectre doesn't have a BKB. That's you can reflect a lot of things.
Yeah, I just imagine Lion with Ghost Scepter using Finger on himself.
It could be interesting. So AC picked up for TA now. This is one farm TA, 2,300 net worth. I mean, the only thing you can do now is get BOTs, I guess. Moonshard, maybe sell your Blink for another damage item, like a Butterfly.
Yeah, I think you sell the Blink for maybe a Butterfly.
Once again, the game's quietened down a little bit. We're just waiting for...
Spectre can go for his Yash.
Right, smoke up now from Poonami. Who are they going to be able to find? Spectre's is going to push out the bottom lane, understandably. He got the Haunt in. Radiant. And you have to be so careful now. If they run through their own jungle, they're going to run into 4 dire heroes, and it will be 5 fairly shortly. TA, do they see them? They're going to run to the Zeus. Zeus, they see each other, they blink away, and they sort of not fight at all. But Faces Void, he jumps in, he gets static stormed. He's just going to die straight away. Buybacks is instantly, as he wants to be able to get his Chronosphere off, as the Spectre did Haunt in, it seems. So, oh, they lose to Sven as well.
Yeah, Sven got caught in the middle of them all. And just died to the TA clicks.
Oh man, so that's Faceless Void buying back and not really achieving too much with it. More of a deterrent than anything else. Sven also has bad buyback now, but it'd be interesting to see if he has to use it. I would imagine so. Spoon Army, they're just gonna take down this bottom T2 tower.
Yeah, the problem is you can't really defend all the other lanes, so they're just going to push in as well. But they're going to go back for Roche, I think.
Yeah, they are. And it's going to be a cheese. They're going to be able to take this so quickly just because of TA, the AC. I guess Spectre drops the drops his TP, picks up the Aegis. Nyx can probably pick up the cheese if he wants, or maybe TA sells the Blink and gets the cheese. I think it's probably better giving it to someone else. Aegis go in the way, Aegis go in the way of Spectre. Nyx will pick up the cheese for TP. Actually, no, it's his PMS even. I guess, you know, they've taken Roshan, didn't force Sven to buy back, but they can feel really confident going high ground now with the Aegis in hand.
Yeah, and it certainly proves that they can easily kill Sven.
Oh yeah. TA can like 3-4 shot him, even though he has that war cry. Like, TA can make that war cry completely ineffective with the Deso and the Meld Strike, and then he's just another normal hero.
Then add the Vengeful Spirit Wave of Terror and the Medallion as well.
Oh shit, yeah. And they can just leave Spectre on the high ground, get the armor debuff. The blink on forward though from Face to Void, only catch out the Vengeful Spirit, but she goes for the instant swap, the Ice Blast coming through, hits on a couple of heroes. The Ghost Scepter's going to keep Lion alive for now, but not the Venge. Oh, no, not the Venge. The Lion actually does survive for a little bit longer. There's the Aegis going to go down. Multiple buybacks, 4 buybacks from Enclave, but they're still fighting 4v5 as everyone from PA gets out. Spectre haunts, actually not haunts up, gets stunned up for now, but a good stun comes in from the Nyx Assassin. Cold Feet proc onto Spectre, but the 4 stuff away from Vengeful Spirit keeps the ally alive. His AA is dead. It's now a 5v3 fight. They get back. Actually no, there's no urn on the Spectre anymore. I feel like they should be able to re-engage here. Zeus doesn't have Thunder God's Wrath. Sven doesn't have his God's Strength. The Lion does still have Finger Up. They have to watch out for that. But I think they should be able to take the second of Rax without too much of an issue. And they can probably go for the third as well. But Enclave, they're going to do what they can to defend. Oh, nice, nice! They get the start on the Lion with the turnaround. They're going to swap him as well. The Ghost Scepter means he takes extra magical damage. The Radiance Burn should be enough, especially with the Mana Burn. And I guess the aim of the game for Team Enclave is just try and hold on to this last set of racks. This is going to be so tricky.
I don't think I can do it.
Me neither, but we can know. But saying that, Faceless Void is going to be up, and then all the 3 cores of Team Enclave will be alive. They can get a Chronosphere, but there's God's Strength. Thunder God's Wrath will be up in 5 seconds, but they're going to lose the melee barracks. It's just a ranged barracks standing. They have nothing. And the Blink's dodge from TA. Dan's trying to fight up against the Spectre, but it's not going to help too much. The Thunder God's Wrath comes around. Spectre's got to be careful. It's a big Chronosphere, but Faceless Void caught out by the Static Storm. Grim running himself away. BKB from TA. But that's Sven dead for another minute and a half. And GG's just going to be called because there's really nothing they can do against Megas at this stage of the game with the Sven dead. What a game, Smoney. What a game.
Incredible game. What a comeback from the Poonstars.
Yeah. Damn. I guess, like, Enclave had such a brilliant start. They were like 10k net worth ahead at 20 minutes. But then, I can't remember which team fight they lost. Was it around the Roshan? Yeah, they tried to,
They tried to take Roshan,
got it like down to a half HP or something. And then somehow they lost the team fight. Then Poonami took the Aegis. Then they got another good fight, which took them to just swung another 10k net worth in their favor, and kind of just took the game from there.
Yeah, they kind of with that fight took away the kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
Advantage.
The advantage from Enclave, and kind of it gave a boost to themselves, and
like a morale
they were
boost.
able to push through. Yeah.
Nice. So that's Enclave versus Poonami. So we got our third and final Limbo game of this week, which will be Crazy versus Kunkaram. I think that should also be a very close game. We'll have to see. But Smoney, thanks very much for joining me, dude.
Having me.
No worries. I'm sure we can have you back to cast some more games. Maybe you can cast the next one as well if you're interested.
Yeah, I'm always up for it.
Okay, well, we'll have a 20-minute break. That'll be starting in 20 minutes, so stick around, guys. We'll have some more BlinkDOTA action coming your way very shortly.